Mission.
Hi, this is Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for watching my channel on YouTube and the other places where it is syndicated. Don't forget that we're not prisoners of YouTube anymore. We can be found on all of these locations as well. The other thing I would mention to you is we do have a brand new audio podcast, which is syndicated on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. I think iTunes is now Apple Podcasts, a bunch of other places, so take a look for that. That is actually gaining in popularity, so I'm very excited about that. There is a new one coming out every 5th and 20th of the month. Check it out. I'm out here in Yuma at the Adair Range, and I'm going to take a look at a few things today, not least of which is the Ruger PC Carbine. This thing is really an awesome little carbine. I like it a lot. It is a lot of fun to shoot, as you're going to see in a second. Now, since I'm in Yuma, Arizona, I can actually have long mags instead of these little bitty short ones. If you're in California, you can only do 10 rounds. If you're out in the free states like Yuma, you can do the long ones. So let's do the long ones. As you can see, I've got some targets set up out there, ready to go, and let's see what she can do. I like the long mags. This is fun. Let's see if we can get that target. We'll come up. Nope, that's a no-shoot. That was fun. Let's grab another one, shall we? Well, still got 10 rounders. What the heck? Use them up, right? Nope, no shoot. Whoop! I'm in California now. No wonder I have no ammo. All right, bad guy, flip around. Nope, good guy. Doesn't look like the bad guy's going to come out this time, I don't think. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. Hold on. Here he comes. Come on, bad guy. Nope. No, it's a good guy. Well, I hope he doesn't come out now because I burn up all my rounds. This is a great little carbine. It's terrific. It cycles just about anything. I've run all kinds of different ammo through it. This was just cheap Tula range ammo with steel casings, and I wanted to try it to see if it ran, and obviously it runs brilliantly. Now, obviously these things are legal in California, which is a big deal if you happen to be in California, because it's not exactly a free state. This is a terrific little carbine for California. Of course, if you're in California, you are limited to the 10-round mags. It would be a joy to have these, but you just can't. So when I get these have to stay in Yuma. We actually have a place to store this stuff. So anything we have that we use out in Arizona stays in Arizona, and then we use it when we're out here and we can't bring it back. This PC carbine actually is going home with me, so I'm very grateful for that. I think my wife will enjoy shooting it, as will my son. So we'll have some fun with it. You'll probably see it again, but I got to guarantee you, it is a terrific little gun. When we get back to California, I'll show you a little bit of how it comes apart, which I'm not going to do right now because obviously it's super hot. But it really is a great little gun, so check it out. I'll have links in the description. If you'll stick with me for just a second, I'll magically be back in the garage, and I'll show you how it comes apart. Just like magic, I'm back in the garage. Actually took about 3 hours to get here by the time we packed up everything and drove on home, but that's okay. For you, it was instant. Listen, there's a few things about this that I would work around if it were me, but before I tell you what those are, as far as, first of all, I love the gun. It's awesome, but I want you to know a couple things I would adjust because it is very modular. First of all, once you lock the bolt back and make sure it's unloaded, it's got a little button back here, and if you simply put your thumb on it, I put my thumb on it and lift up and twist, the whole barrel assembly comes off the front. What makes that neat is the fact that it's very packable. I mean, if packable is really a word. You can take this and put it in a very small package, and then when you're ready to shoot it, you can just kind of put it back together, same way you took it apart. And that is just snap it together, and there it is. It's ready to go. Now, here's the other cool things about it. Everything is sort of modular in the sense that while it comes with the Ruger magazine magwell, so it takes the Ruger mags, it also comes with a magwell so it'll take Glock mags, and that's what you saw me using in the desert. Now, obviously, I can only bring the 10-rounders home. Anything bigger than that, anything that's not California legal, we have stored out in Yuma. I'm kind of hopeful, just talking about that with this modular ability, I'm very hopeful that other manufacturers, if Ruger doesn't do it, I'm hoping other manufacturers will come up with some aftermarket magwell attachments or swap outs or whatever you want to call them, so that the gun will also accept mags from other guns. So if you have a Smith & Wesson M&P, for example, or a Springfield XD or whatever, maybe you can use those mags. Now that doesn't exist yet that I'm aware of, but I keep hearing rumblings that that could occur sometime soon. The other rumbling I hear a lot is, and again, I don't know what the validity of it is, but another rumbling I hear is that there might at some point be some caliber conversions where you get a new barrel assembly, and there's a little block in here you have to swap out for different calibers, and maybe you could make it a 40 or a 45. Now, as far as I know, that does not exist at this moment. The little carbine is available in 9mm only. I actually bought this one at the P2K Range in El Cajon, so I can tell you that that's in El Cajon, California, so I can tell you that it is California legal because I just bought it recently. So that's also a big plus. It's California legal. Now, I mentioned modular ability. The bolt handle is removable and replaceable, so you can make it righty-lefty, whatever you want to do. A lot of this gun is kind of set up that way. If it were me, it's not. I brought it home and my wife liked it, so I'm borrowing it from her. It's actually her gun. It's not mine. I may get myself one at this point because it's very cool. But if it were me, I would move this bolt handle from right to left so that I could reset the bolt, or I could close the bolt and rack it with my left hand and not have to release my shooting hand to do that. And that's a real nice ability to do that, because then you can reach over, you can hit your mag, release, change your mag, and rack your bolt all with one hand while you've still got it on your shoulder. I find that to be more efficient. Now, the other thing I'll mention to you too, if you look at my targets, you'll find that my shooting was absolutely abysmal. It was horrible. I got it on the paper pretty much, but that was about it. They were spread all over the place and kind of a group to the right, I think, if I remember. And in large part, that's because as I'm getting older, I cannot see the front sight. And I forgot about that. All of my rifles now have optics on them because I can't see the front sight at all. To me, it's just one big blur. So I was basically just point shooting. And I think we had them out there, I'm going to guess about 18 or 20 yards, maybe a little farther. I didn't really pace it off. I'm just kind of guessing for you. So I didn't do too badly for just point shooting. I kept them on target. However, I'm thrilled to say that, and I probably won't get to keep this either, but Nikon did send me for T&E to review this little wonderful little super dot. So I've got this little practical super dot from Nikon. Here's the box, and they sent it out to me to T&E, and I'm going to put that on this little carbine. We're going to take it out and shoot it some more, and we'll see if we can ring it out then. That'll be very, very cool. Hopefully by then my steel targets will be done, and then we can ring some steel with it. If not, we'll do it later. But I do have some steel targets we're building based upon a system that I got that was kind of broken up, and we're with the welder and everything, and we're fixing it up and making it work again. So that'll be really neat when we get that going. Anyway, there's the Ruger PC Carbine. It's a fabulous little carbine. That's really neat. It's a lot of fun to shoot. There's no recoil to it. It's like shooting a 22. Super accurate, really, as far as I can tell. I don't have a chronograph or whatever you call it to measure the velocity, but I suspect that, first of all, I'm sure other YouTubers already have, but I'm going to order one since I have the money. It's kind of, as we get money, we do stuff. But I'm sure that the 9mm benefits a lot from the long barrel and probably gets a lot more velocity than it would out of a handgun. So if that's the case, then terminal ballistics should be much improved out of a carbine like this, rather than out of a handgun. I think you'll see a lot of velocity increase out of the 9mm. But then again, that's just my guess. I didn't do anything with it to determine that. Once I have the right tools to do it, maybe I'll do that for you. And there's a lot of ballisticians on the web, and I'm not one of them. I'm a firearms instructor and kind of a practical guy. So I'm a regular guy. I'm not an expert in ballistics, so I'm not the best person for that. But if you like the gun at all, or you're interested in the gun at all, as far as reliability is concerned, I can tell you it's top notch. It's nice that it already has the rail on the top. It has a little rail in front here so you can mount a light to it for home defense or whatever. As a home defense gun, it would be brilliant, particularly if you're not a good shot, or if someone's not a really good shot with a handgun. The one nice thing about a little carbine like this is it's handy, it's relatively light, It's going to be more accurate, and it's going to be more stable for you, because with a handgun, you basically have one point of contact, and that's the grip, and that's it. Whether you have one hand on it or two hands on it, you still only have pretty much one point of contact, and that's the grip. A long arm, that's not the case. You've got a point of contact in the front with your support hand, you've got your shooting hand, you have your shoulder, and you have your cheek weld. So you have 4 points of contact on the gun, which gives you a lot more stability and a lot more control of it, and allows you to shoot more accurately and get faster follow-up shots generally, unless you practice a lot. So that may be a plus for you as well. Anyway, I found it, I'll be honest with you, I generally will tell you if something bad I see about it or something negative I think they could improve. Other than caliber swap outs and some more mag choices, I think the thing is brilliant. It really is. It's a great little carbine, and I could not more highly recommend it. I suggest you check it out, and if you're interested in a 9mm carbine, I don't think you can do better. Great little carbine. And no, they did not send it to me for free. I paid full price for it and bought it myself, just so that you know. So I'm not a shill here. I'm just telling you the truth. Hey, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all your support. Please do check out the audio podcast. It is growing, and I'm very grateful for that. We're getting listeners all over the place. There's some interviews up there you might want to check out. There's one with Frank Johnson from the Liberty Foundation. There's also one with with Rick Travis from CRPA, and with Sam Paredes from Gun Owners of California. And we will be having more folks on and more things going on with the audio podcast. So check it out. Thank you very much for watching again. Have a great week, and please be safe.